It has been an amazing 5 years, watching this triathlon grow from just the concept to a permanent fixture on the international triathlon calendar. And now I'm really happy to report we're going to do it for 5 more years. We're renewing with the Fung Tai People's Government, and our partnership continues to grow, and we're going to carry this thing all the way through 2020.
Fantastic news for triathlon and for Fung Tai, which has been an incredible host. Since 2012, this has grown into a true sporting festival and will continue to inspire new generations of triathletes, champions and fans of the sport.
The 10-kilometer run winds its way through the lush grounds of the Garden Expo Park. At 4 kilometers, athletes will climb 240 steps to reach the highest point in the park with stunning views of surrounding Fung Tai. The course will take racers through the picturesque gardens and back to the park's main entrance, where spectators, family, and friends will be waiting at the finish line.
Running down all those stairs that you had to climb up before kind of is most terminal velocity type adrenaline rush running that you're ever going to do in a triathlon. And that was the point last year where I kind of finally saw Greg after 8K of running, and it was a blast.
Blasting out of transition on the bike leg, Dye took control. Now it is Brownlee's turn.
I think Brownlee has been waiting for this moment. He was biding his time on the bike, hanging on to the strong pace that Cam was putting out there, and now he's taken total control of the race.
He looks really comfortable. Just taking a look behind him, he's already opening up a lead as he hits the first stairs.
Wow, his form is just absolutely beautiful here. Really quick feet, super light, and he's just really methodical going up this tough part of the course.
Holly Lawrence, the women's leader.
It's just a good, strong person's course with the stairs and just challenging nature of the course. So, that fits into my strengths quite well. But yeah, it'll just be dig in and can't wait for the finish line. Yeah.
Ashley Gentle back in 2014 had a 2.5 minute lead off the bike. Here she is chasing. Brownlee, a commanding lead, now the first of 240 stairs.
240 stairs, and you can see how steep those stairs are, but he looks smooth and powerful here.
He will have to run all the way up these, up to the top of Eagle Hill and around the Yongding Tower. He's looking pretty good.
The athletes were looking forward to these stairs, but dreading them at exactly the same time.
We can see why, but he is looking pretty strong. Now there's a move back on the course. What a run by Joe Malloy. He is tripping over himself a little bit there, but moving up on Eric Lagerstrom into 3rd position.
Joe was a little bit back coming off the bike, so he's made serious time on the first section of this run.
Dye, he's a bigger athlete. It's going to be harder for him to get up these stairs.
He looks pretty strong there. I think he's going to give it all he's got on those stairs.
Holly Lawrence flying along. That crash does not seem to have had any impact on her speed.
Holly was looking slightly slower when she started the run, but now she's made her stride and she's looking really smooth.
Cameron Dye taking his time, being methodical. You got to maintain your energy.
Here's our leader coming around the pagoda, and he is not looking back.
Well, he's still running uphill now, as is Holly Lawrence.
She looks fabulous here, taking 2-3 steps at a time, pushing as hard as she can.
Joe Malloy now. The stairs are in front of him, and look at the speed.
Joe's got shorter legs, so he's going to be taking every step, but his turnover was super quick.
Cameron Dye can see Alistair Brownlee in front of him, but Brownlee is about to hit the downhill section.
As soon as he got to the top of the stairs, Cam Dye's got back into his stride. He's trying to make as much time as he possibly can. He knows he's got some guys right behind him breathing down his neck.
Look at that scenery. Such a spectacular course. Of course, these guys don't have time to admire it.
Joe Malloy looks fabulous here, striding out, really smooth. He is moving really well.
And Brownlee is on the descent, moving really quickly. 363 steps in all in this section of the course, and he has a commanding lead.
I really like his technique on the downhill. He's just making it look so easy coming down those steep stairs.
And now that he's back on the flat, straight back into his flow, but there is still some ups and downs on this course to be faced, and as we know, anything can happen.
Brownlee takes a quick look over his shoulder, possibly getting a glimpse of Cam flying down these stairs. Look at his technique on this steep descent.
Legs like steel springs. In the back of his mind, he'll be thinking about Alcatraz when Joe Malloy came from behind and in the last mile overtook him to take the victory there.
Joe has really made up time here. Notice how all the guys have completely different technique on this descent, but they're all moving really well.
Brownlee flying along. It's amazing to think they've already swum 1,500 metres and cycled 40 kilometres.
Our women's leader, after coming off a crash on the bike, looks really strong on these stairs.
Lawrence is a strength athlete and she's really proving it here, but it's still only 5 kilometres into the run at this stage.
Ashley Gentle chasing hard, one of the best runners in the sport. She looks really smooth on these steep stairs.
The pounding feet of Cam Dye, strength still evident, focused ahead, not too worried about what is happening behind him. But what is happening is a storm, and it is Joe Malloy. This man ran just over 30 minutes for 10K at the Yokohama Triathlon this year, which qualified him for the Olympic Games.
And he's showing us his Olympic form right here, strong, light, and determined.
Lawrence out in front and flying down this hill. This will be an incredible performance if she can maintain her lead here. In her first year, she won at Alcatraz. She recently won the 70.3 World, and here she is backing up and leading on one of the toughest courses in the world.
Our men's leader heading into the Brocade Valley. At this point, they can hear the finish line, but they still have a kilometer to go and a couple uphills and downhills.
Yeah, it's a tough part of the course. Brownlee taking a look, trying to get a sense of where the other athletes are. Great technique here by our women's leader.
Holly is bounding down these stairs, trying to make as much time as she can. I really like her technique here. It's a little mixing things up and trying to take as many stairs as she possibly can.
Literally throwing herself down those stairs and straight back into her stride, takes a look around her, gets a sense of how far behind her Ashley Gentle is.
Speaking of looking over his shoulder, Cam Dye takes a quick one and he sees an Olympian right on his tail.
He was looking a little bit nervous there, but at this stage there's only a kilometre left to go.
You know, Joe's in really good position psychologically here. It's much better to be the chaser than the one being chased.
Gentle is also chasing, coming down the stairs looking a little bit more tentative than Holly was.
Gentle's been smooth and in control this entire race, and she's carrying that through to the base of the stairs.
Brownlee has also controlled this entire race. During the swim leg, he was content to sit on the feet of Josh Amberger. Then on the bike, he allowed Cameron Dye to dictate the pace, keeping him in sight, yet never taking the lead. He took control on the run, and now he comes into the finish chute and is going to win the Beijing International Triathlon. He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist. He's the current Commonwealth Games champion. He's a two-time world champion and now our champion for 2016.
An impressive race by Brownlee. He is definitely the man in sport to beat at this point.
Joe Malloy has had a barnstorming run. He has used his run speed in excellent form throughout this entire race. He made up time on the run from the swim up to the bike. He lost some time on the bike leg, but he has come back in second place. A fantastic performance by Joe Malloy.
After representing the U.S. at the Rio Olympics, he's got to be pleased with his second place here in Beijing.
And Cameron Dye in third position. He gave it everything that he had.
That was his goal today. He's got to be pleased with his race.
And Gentle is chasing Holly Lawrence to the line. The gap is closed down to next to nothing. Holly Lawrence looking with eyes on the prize. Gentle behind her, and also Barbara Riveros has come out of nowhere.
Barbara's come out of nowhere, and these people are hunting down our leader. She looks over her shoulder, but she is not letting down. Really strong form coming into that finish chute.
What an incredible race by Holly Lawrence. She did the Escape from Alcatraz Triathlon for the first time this year, and she won that with her strength on a very tough course. She's done the same thing here, and for 2016, Holly Lawrence will be the champion of the Beijing International Triathlon.
This is an impressive race by Holly. Bike crash, coming off a win last week, and here are our next women coming in. This has been an incredible race for the women all the way to the finish line.
Ashley Gentle in second position. Barbara Riveros, the Pan Am champion, in third. And now it is time to take a well-earned rest. Great Britain's Alistair Brownlee takes the win. USA in the next 3 spots. Vincenzo Hernandez of Spain with the fastest run of the day. Ann Berger right behind him. Kevin Collington in 7th position, and Greg Bennett didn't finish.
Gold medal in Rio, first at the Beijing International Triathlon. How you feeling right now?
Really good, a bit tired, and got a bit warm towards the end because the sun's come out, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. You know, obviously that gold medal in Rio was very, very special, and I thought it was really important to set a new goal quite quickly afterwards and do something else, and this is where this came in, so I'm really happy that I had the kind of form today to come here and win.
So Beijing International Triathlon next year, you think?
Hopefully, yeah, I'll enjoy it. I might try and drag my brother along as well.
Great Britain also took victory in the women's race. Holly Lawrence, our champion for 2016. Gentle in second. Barbara Riveros with the fastest run of the day. Defending champion Goss in 4th. And Magali Tesser crashed out, but she's recovering well.
2 races in 2 weeks is a pretty tall order, so was in a week apart, so I'm more than happy to take the win here. I really didn't think that I would be able to just a week after winning 70.3 Worlds. Lost a bit of skin out there, so yeah, I didn't know how long I'd managed to fend off the time that I put off Ash behind me, and yeah, just put my head down and managed to bib her.
Special thanks to the citizens and government of Phung Thai and Beijing Capital Land for 5 great years. Congratulations to Olympic champion Alistair Brownlee and fellow Brit Holly Lawrence. An outstanding event, triathlon is now a rising sport in China. Join us next year when once again we race the Beijing International Triathlon.